Second segment of our program today, we shall be talking about marital relationship vis-a-vis the role of the woman. Recall that the previous week we had talked about the role of a wife in making a home, and today we're going to be delving a bit deeper into what a woman can do to make a home a complete home. Now, dear listeners, Faranier, remember marriage is a relationship. Okay, marriage is a relationship between the duos of the husband and the wife, and each of them has a role to play. In the past week, we had delved into the responsibilities of the husband when we analyzed how important it is for a man to take responsibility over his family. And today, we shall be talking about the role of a woman in making a home a true reflection of relationship. Remember, the greatest duty and the role of a woman to the husband is to give him obedience and 100% loyalty. Marriage is not a competition, but marriage is a complement. So a wife to the husband shouldn't see herself competing with the husband vis-a-vis who takes charge of the house or who does not take charge of the house. So the greatest pleasure, the greatest quality of a woman is the quality of being able to obey a husband, regardless of her social position on the social ladder, regardless of her social status, regardless of her wealth. How do you value a woman? If you want to get married to a woman as a man, what is the most important, the most critical thing you want to value here? The most important thing you want to value as a man is to value a woman who will give you 100% obedience and loyalty, whether you are around with her or you are not around with her. It is the primary consideration that every man should look out for in a woman. Yes, the beauty is good, but not only you like better thing, as your wife is beautiful, other men too love beauty. If she doesn't give you 100% obedience and loyalty, she pretends to be in your house and she sells her beauty to other people. So, what are you going to do about this? And you can't, when you are not God, how can you always be around? You can't always be around. You got your work to do. So what gives a man peace of mind, number one and most critical thing that gives a man peace of mind in dealing with his wife, is that the wife has the confidence that my wife is 100% obedient to me, right? So now a woman should therefore see the greatest treasure that her husband wants to get in her is to give the husband 100% obedience and loyalty. Furthermore, if you look at the way nature, God Almighty has arranged life, there is a sense in having one head to one body. We have two hands, we have two legs, right? But we have one head that controls the body. Why? It makes sense. Because only one rule governs the house. How do you mean when there is lawlessness in a society? Lawlessness in any society can only start from lawlessness in the home or when a child is born without a home. And reasonable percentage of those people who are lawless in a society today, if you check them very well, their lawlessness starts not from outside, but their lawlessness starts from inside. Because if they were organized and they had a pattern, that pattern is going to assist them in making certain that they obey when they get out of the home. So the critical thing, the most important thing for a woman to the husband is to give the husband 100% obedience. And I mentioned earlier, a woman should not see herself competing with the husband, but a woman should see herself complementing the husband. Furthermore, do not, as a woman, as a good wife, do not make it a habit that you want to always argue with your husband. Let it not be that your husband has to prepare himself very well. I gotta prepare myself because this one's gonna win me in an argument. No. Don't make your husband to go and prepare himself that, oh boy, I'm going home, I'm going to prepare myself very well because my wife likes argument. No. Because argument pulls people apart. It brings a centrifugal force. People this way and that way. So we against them. That's what argument possesses. But then when you have your husband around you, give him your support, give him your obedience. This is the choicest thing that you can give to your husband. Do not reduce the self-esteem of your husband by comparing your husband to other men in an invidious manner. Invidiously, do not make your husband to feel belittled. When you mentioned this man bought XYZ for the wife, that one bought ABC for the wife, you waiting you buy for me, useless man like you. Excuse me? Useless man like your husband? No. This is reducing. Do not reduce your husband's self-esteem by keep